on my trip to Fiji to the set of Survivor 50, where I got to go behind the scenes for the first 3 days of the game. I think those are the tribe islands. This is where the contestants come down, and this is my setup. It's not very sophisticated, but mics, camera, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm waiting for my next interview. They might be coming around the corner. I'm 10 in. I started with Riz God, super nice. He subscribes to my podcast. And I had Kyle coming off his win. Oh no, I had Mike White before Kyle. And Mike was great. Honestly, I try not to fangirl. I'm only whispering because all the contestants are wearing earmuffs because they don't want them to hear each other. I saw them walking around. They can't acknowledge each other. It's very interesting. I went to the bathroom, saw Stephanie, saw Joe. They're very like. Then I had Coach, and that was an interesting one. A lot of people got emotional. Ozzy didn't get emotional, but he's sporting like this mohawk. Aubrey got emotional. You know, she's a mom now. Understandable. I think she really didn't have the best experience last time, so I'm glad to see her here. Then I had Devins. You know, that was fun. Then I had Colby. Colby talks a lot, but he's ready. I think he's very excited to play. And then I had Jonathan. He also might have been barefoot too, but you could tell Colby and Jonathan are friends and they're probably gonna work together. And then I just had Joe from season 48, who was very lovely. He also got emotional. It's only like noon and I've been doing this for, I guess, 4 or 5 hours, but it's fun. I just finished my, 10th interview. I just interviewed Charlie and then we wrapped for a lunch. It's been great. I mean, it's definitely busy, back-to-back interviews. It's really hot out here. I'm under a tent, sweating, humidity, sticky, bug spray everywhere. I smell like bug spray and sunscreen, but listen, I will not complain. This has been really fun. Some people in Ponderosa are just like very serious and like no talking, and then you got kind of the old school players, so like Coach and Colby, who are like, whatever, and they're trying to like not break the rules, but they're a little more loosey-goosey than some of these other players who obviously, you know, they don't want to get kicked off, right? Like that's, no one wants to get in trouble. And so it's been fun. I just went to get my wrap for lunch and I walk into the tent and then I see Mike White, I see Ozzy reading a book, and I'm like, am I in the right place? And they're like, yeah, you know, the wraps are in the cooler. So I just get my wrap and I'm like, all right, see you guys later. I didn't really look around that much because I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble even though I'm not. And everyone here's actually been great. Production's great. You can tell they really love the show. It's like a well-oiled machine. A couple of them are probably not eating much leading up. I can't tell if they're eating a lot or eating nothing because they want to prepare. Like Colby was walking around barefoot on purpose. He's not trying to acclimate. He's trying to tell people at Ponderosa, I'm here to play. I'm not fucking around. Okay, so Joe is convinced. First of all, they know Rizzo and Savannah's names. Like, they're not supposed to. We were told, do not tell them their names. In fact, we're not really supposed to know. We just know them by initials. Most of the players already know, especially the savvy ones who like watched the show. But what's interesting was that Joe is very convinced that Savannah won. And then someone else, I won't remember now, but someone said that she's acting like Parvati. So I'm worried about Savannah. It's like 1 p.m. I want to say. I've been doing interviews since 7:45. I think they wanted a majority of the interviews to be today, and then tomorrow we have an overflow. We have a second day of interviews. And so it's good because whatever I didn't prepare for today, I can prepare for tomorrow. That's the little recap of my morning. Take you guys on my little walk back to the beach. Here are where players sort of walk to do their interviews. This is where I get lost. They have little tents set up for bathroom, which isn't ideal, but hey, if the contestants do it, I can do it. just wrapped up my last interview with Christian. I had Q and Christian in a row, and that was really fun. Q, the eye contact was like the entire time. Very intense, but I mean, he's just, I cannot wait to watch him play. I hope he doesn't sort of flame out, but I think, you know, I think he's learned a little bit. Do I think there's been enough time since this season? It's hard to say, but Q's gonna Q, and I love talking with him. We went a little long, honestly. We went like 30 minutes, I think. And then Christian, you know, I love that season. He was not my favorite character, but now I get it. So charming, so sweet, probably a genius. I mean, he probably is for sure a genius. So I've really enjoyed our talk, and to be honest, I hope he goes far. He also just said he wanted to work with Suri, or he's been ruminating about this idea of working with Suri, and I mean, I'd love to see it. I feel like the fans would, but yeah, it's been really fun. Wrapped up the interviews, gonna go take a dip in the ocean, and then I'm gonna ride a muddy challenge later that I did not prepare for. I don't think I've ever felt so old. I have a little bit of a sprain in my ankle. Dr. Joe told me, he gave me some stuff to take. Nothing crazy, but then I just jumped off a boat, which funny enough didn't hurt my ankle, but then did something in my neck. So 40s are approaching and now I'm feeling it. But anyway, just got back from Mana, the base camp, where I talked to Jeff, Matt Van Wagenen, I think that's how you say it, and then John Kirchhoffer, the challenge producer. But yeah, so our day started off with the marooning, which was so fun. We were literally, the crew was huge. I mean, minimum 100 people, maybe more, and everyone had their place and knew exactly what to do. Dr. Joe and the medic team, you had the marine crew, you had people, you know, in scuba in the ocean, which was very windy. So the cast came in on sort of this, like, I don't even know what you call it, a different boat. And when they came in, you could just feel the energy. They lined up, Jeff did his mat talk with everyone. A bunch of tears. I mean, Suri teared up, Colby, Angelina, Ozzy surprised me, he got emotional. Before the challenge, they broke up the people into tribes, which is the bigger thing. I thought the tribes were pretty evenly split. So we watched all of that go down. It was amazing. After, you know, they ran the challenge, Jeff went through the rules with each tribe. He specifically went through the rules, like each tribe answered every single question, you know, standards and practices there, making sure that like the rules are fair for everyone gets the same amount of time. So it was really interesting to see that. And then each tribe picked someone to go do a challenge, or it wasn't really a journey, but whatever we call it, to try to get tribe supplies. Then we saw them sort of go on the boat. The drone was over the boat, which was super cool. And then the other side of the beach, the tribes went off to their camps, and the game's on. So it's very exciting. And yeah, we will be visiting the tribe camps tomorrow. So I think that'll be fun to see sort of how things are going. I'm also gonna run a water challenge tomorrow, which I don't think is until the second episode. And then yeah, Sunday we'll actually see them run, I think, the challenge we ran the other day that I hurt my ankle on. We'll see them run that on Sunday for immunity. And then tribal councils that night.
One person comes. Welcome to the Tribal Council for Survivor 50. We call this the Golden Temple.
Hi, my name is Mike Bloom, duly representing Parade, and Rob has a podcast. First boot. Oh, you know what? Let me throw something out here, something a little unexpected because he did not throw much today. I'm gonna go with Ozzy.
Wow.
First boot. He did not have a good episode. I've seen Jelinski fail a few times before. This could be the case. Winner pick. Believe it or not, give me Coach Benjamin Wade.
Hi, I'm Kelly Boyle with TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider. My first boot pick, I'm so sorry, it's either Suri or Devins. And my winner pick, I'm gonna go with Q.
What?
I don't know, or Jenna.
Hi, I'm Nick Caruso with TV Line. My first boot, I'm sorry, it's gonna be Suri. Tears. My winner pick, Queen Chrissy. It's been 7 years. She's gonna come out strong. She's gonna take it all.
Hey, I'm Stephanie Petit with People Magazine, out on location for Survivor 50. My first boot prediction is Savannah. I'm worried about her as a newbie, a 49er. And my winner pick is Colby, just because my heart is with Colby.
I'm Terry Torontos from Pace Magazine. My first boot prediction. Sorry, Saria, I love you. You're beautiful. You're awesome, but you're going home. My winner pick, the Dragon Slayer, Coach.